The clock on the wall was mocking me. It's 10:15 p.m. I should have been home hours ago, but this calculus project was a beast. The school was always a little creepy after dark, a vast, silent shell of its daytime chaos. I packed my books, the sound of the zipper echoing down the empty hallway. That's when it started. The fluorescent light at the far end of the hall flickered and died. A whisper, so faint I thought I imagined it, seemed to ride on the silence. 10. ... My heart jumped. I told myself it was just the old wiring. But then, the next light in the sequence went out with a soft pop. 9. ... A cold dread started to creep up my spine. This wasn't normal. I grabbed my bag and started walking, my footsteps sounding unnaturally loud. Another light flickered, and another. 8. ... 7. ... The darkness was chasing me down the hall. I broke into a run, my breath catching in my throat. I ducked into the nearest classroom, fumbling for the light switch. Nothing. The room was bathed in the pale glow of the moon. My eyes darted around, searching for something, anything that made sense. On the chalkboard, written in what looked like fresh chalk, was a single phrase. Time is running out. I looked at the clock on the wall. The hands were frozen. 3:07. A shiver traced its way down my back. Driven by a fear I couldn't explain, I moved from room to room. Each one held a new piece of this twisted puzzle. In the history room, a stack of old homework assignments sat on a desk. As I watched, the top page flipped over on its own. A name was scrawled at the top. Sarah Jenkins. A thick red line was drawn through it. The next page flipped. Michael Chen, crossed out. 5. The voice was inside the room with me now. I stumbled back into the main office, my hands shaking. The security monitor was still on, displaying a grainy loop of CCTV footage from what looked like years ago. A student was studying, just like me. Then the lights in the footage started to flicker. A number appeared in the corner of the screen. 3. Then 2. When the countdown hit 0, the student on the screen just vanished. They faded from the image, leaving an empty chair. My blood ran cold. I realized what this was. Numbers weren't just a countdown, they were a body count. A new whisper echoed through the office. A chillingly clear 2. There was only one number left. I had to get out. I sprinted for the exit, but the doors were locked solid. Panicked, I backed away, my eyes scanning the dark hall. The final light at my end of the corridor began to flicker violently. I saw my reflection in the glass of the trophy case, my face pale with terror. The whisper came, right beside my ear, a final soft exhalation. I stared at my reflection and watched in horror as my own image began to fade, just like the student on the CCTV footage. My hands became transparent, the hallway warped and blurred. My last thought wasn't of fear, but of a strange, sad acceptance. The world dissolved into blackness. The morning sun streamed through the classroom windows. The bell rang, and students shuffled to their seats, laughing and talking about their weekends. Everything was normal, except for one empty desk in the back row. And if you looked closely at the old wooden chair, you'd see a new name, freshly carved into the surface. It's another tally mark in a game no one knew was being played. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Sleep tight.